Well, my father came from Holland in 1917. He wanted a wife because he wanted to have some companionship too here in a new country. So that's what brought him back to Holland, 1928, 29, in that area. That's when he really had to stick his hands in the dirt.
I met Jip when I was 15 years old. We grew up together, we pursued our dreams together, and here we are today, and I can't believe it's been 57 years since we've been married, and we're still running.
When I married Jim, he took over all the growing in the fields, and his father took over the greenhouses, and his uncle, who was running all the egg production, moved to Pennsylvania.
My main focus was the vegetable production. My father took care of the retail farm market, and my job was to produce vegetables for that market.
It's changed a lot through the years, but it's still stayed with the same family and the same values and the same product that we want to put out.
We are strong believers in what God's Word says, and that's what we follow in our life. And when it says, "Thou shalt not work on Sunday," we live according to that.
We really feel that's important for our family to have that day away from the business, to go to church as a family, and to just take a breather.
When we're having dinner or having a barbecue on Sunday or something, we can just turn all that off and kind of nobody talks about business.
When I was in school, I was the only kid that lived on a farm.
You live in the middle of Bergen County, and to be able to grow up on 30 acres is just something that is completely unique and irreplaceable.
It was a lot of fun because we were able to do things on the farm that other people or other kids couldn't do, and it still runs that way today.
You're not working for someone, even though the kids are working for each other and they're working for the farm, they're working for me, but they still are working for themselves, and that goes a long way into helping the work ethic stay there.
The Abmas are really, really amazing people to work for. I've been here a very long time and I know them very well.
It's definitely a blessing in disguise working with your family.
Being part of the farm, you never really get a break, but it's the best family to get along with.
Your kids can come out and see you, and you're with your family all the time.
I could go have lunch or drive by on the golf cart and I see my daughter waving at me, so it's fun.
I absolutely love watching my daughter hang out on the farm. She waters with my husband in the morning. She hangs out with the cousins pretty much every day, and it's really just being able to kind of watch my childhood through her again.
Many of my friends that have grandkids, they get to see them on the weekends, they get to see them on holidays. I see my grandkids right now more than I see my kids.
It is awesome to have kids grow up on a farm, whereas people would go home at the end of the day and have just their backyard to play in. This is their entire backyard. They are fearless with all animals. They know sometimes even more than I do about that animal for that day. They get to play with much more diverse toys, if you will. And when I say toys, I mean like a ride-on mower. That's Colton's new favorite toy. And it's just awesome to see them work with us and be able to see them for most of the day.
You know, you start working at 6 o'clock in the morning, you don't come home until 8 o'clock. It can be hard for other people to understand, but once I got into the niche and I realized how hard that Josh was working, how hard his family was working, I was like, that's so inspiring to me.
My mother warned me, Judy, there's going to be days, and my father had a 9-to-5 job, and a farmer does not have a 9-to-5 job. You make hay when the sun shines, and that means in the summer you work. I hear my grandson going out at 5:30 in the morning, going down to the new farm that he's farming in South Jersey, and he doesn't come home sometimes till 10 o'clock at night. I hear the tractor come in, and it's like I say before, it's a way of life, and either you like it, you can handle it, or get out of it, because it's not for sissies. It's push.
Being able to take over the family business and work with my brother and my family means a lot, because it's continuing almost like a family legacy. 5 generations going strong. We can have more generations, and it's just a huge legacy that we can continue, and everybody works together and everybody loves it, and keep the name going.
I never dreamt I would have 16 grandchildren and 14 great-grandchildren. God's blessed us in not just in the farm, but in our whole life.
I think the biggest blessings are to walk through our farm market into our store and say, wow, this is us, this is ours, and this is what we get to do.
Waking up in the morning and having a cup of coffee out on the porch, just looking over everything, it's awesome.